I am Dr. Cindy Anderson. I live in Northern Virginia. I am an internal medicine and pediatrics physician at a federally qualified health center.
Thank you. Tell me, what did your life look like before coaching?
Before coaching, I was not nearly as organized. I would it's kind of just wallow in my charts, and they needed to be a bit more perfect. I had already let go of the fact that I am a grammar queen, and I was starting to allow typos and things like that. But I always
Mhm.
wanted to make sure I didn't miss something, and I was looking back in the chart because my patients sometimes the lights go out in the room because there's a timer.
Yes.
There's nothing else wrong.
Like, we're still using
It just,
these.
yeah, but this is just very good energy efficiency. Um, so I I would look through the charts really too much, and I would be trying to accomplish too much at each visit, which didn't really serve me or the patients. Um, I struggle because our patients have difficulty affording their visits. However, I realize that that also is not my personal problem, and I can still give them a lot, and maybe I may give them more if I focus on smaller bites.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing that. And actually, my patients really appreciate it. And they do want to come back because they feel like they're getting good value medical care.
Mhm.
And I'm also certainly still cognizant of the fact that it's costing them a lot, but I want to give them the very best I can. But I also learned that overextending myself and doing more and spending too much time with patients and making others wait, actually everybody wait and getting behind, it did not make me a better person. Somehow I thought that maybe I was just a better doctor and a better person, and it's not true. Um, and it's really been a good thing to challenge that belief and freeing. I don't feel like I have the weight of all my patients on my shoulders. I can care about them in an appropriate manner now,
Mhm.
but it's not an excessive responsibility. Like I'm the only one in the world who can help them. I'm part of a team. I do my best. I work really hard, but medicine is enjoyable now.
Mhm.
And then my patients have really challenging conditions, and I enjoy looking things up while I'm like with them,
Mhm.
using open evidence. And it's teaching me a lot. But I'm charting in front of my patients. They're fine with that.
Mhm.
Nobody's going crazy because I'm not making eye contact all the time.
Mhm.
Um, I still can express that I appreciate them as a patient and I'm concerned for them, and still get my charting done so that I remember what in the world we talked about,
Yeah.
um, especially when they get really complicated. And I'm asking them to come back. And the times that I've cut people off nicely, I've now learned how to do it. I'm not always faithfully doing it, but there's the end of the world does not happen when you say, "Oh my gosh, I'd love to continue to work on this, but I can't,
Yeah.
because we're running out of time, and we need to focus on like these three things." And it, I guess I thought the world was going to end, and it does not.
Amazing. So the things that you were unable to do before that you're able to do now include more timely chart closure, not having a huge backlog of charts, and also having developed more skills to get out of the room intentionally on time. Is that what I
Yes,
heard you say?
yes,
Awesome.
yes.
Um, and how did that inability before and ability after impact you outside of work and those around you?
I think my husband noticed it the most. He said, "You're not as exhausted when you come home from work." I still have something left in the tank rather than just kind of zombie-eyed coming in the door. I've made sure that I continue to do the things that I like outside of work, like joining a running group, singing in a church choir, stand-up paddleboarding. And um, I have energy for those things now. I'm not thinking, oh, I don't want to do them because I left everything in the office. It is okay to reserve a little bit for yourself. You have to like walk from the office to the parking lot, and you need the energy to do that. And if you left it all with your patients, what you really, I mean, it really is that simple. And you find out you're still doing a really good job. And I think it actually gives you like a better, a more proper way to care for your patients. It's like just a better, your role, everything is more as it should be. And you have the energy to sustain it. So you don't dread seeing another patient, especially if they're challenging. It's like, oh no, okay, here I go. It,
Yeah, that's amazing. How did your relationship with colleagues and team members change through this coaching period of time?
Um, I feel like I learned to be more what just not as reactive to all the small little things that were going on. I am a perfectionist, like probably most of us in medicine, and it doesn't serve you well when you're dealing with people, I mean, yourself, but also your colleagues. Um, I found out that there were ways to ask people to, I guess, improve upon things that, or just even state what I needed,
Mm.
because lo and behold, I can do it all myself, right? No, we're now functioning more like a regular team should. And I just because something doesn't work and I have to ask somebody about how to do something or to do it differently, or maybe somebody forgot to put in vitals. I can ask for that, and it doesn't make me a bad person. It
Mhm.
doesn't make them a bad person. It
Mhm.
doesn't mean that they're lazy.
Mhm.
It just means that that's what's needed, period. So it's been so much more smooth, and there's less internal tension that I feel.
Yeah, thank you. How did you find out about coaching and how did you find us?
Well, had been burned out twice,
Mhm.
and I think I saw it on Facebook, and I thought, no way. There's coaching advertised on Facebook. Number one, why am I on Facebook so much right now? Anyway, and number two, this this can't be legit because it's on Facebook. But I actually Googled Dr. Gazelle, and I'm like, oh, she has the qualifications. Okay. And it, I mean, it was legit. And I attended like a kind of a introductory session, and I thought, yeah, this is what I need because I need more skills. I've been in primary care now for 16 years, and I have burned out twice, and I didn't want to do it again with this job. And I knew I needed to do something drastic, um, because I it wasn't working on my own. There was no more that I could do on my own, and I needed to reach out and get some assistance.
Yeah, you had definitely tried some other things and found that when nothing changes, nothing sometimes changes.
Mhm.
Um, what kinds of doubts and fears showed up for you about going through? You kind of alluded to some of them, like, is this
Mhm.
legitimate? And it's on Facebook.
Mhm.
And what made you
Mhm.
say yes to it anyway?
Um, I think it was that I realized I needed to invest. And I mean, Dr. Gazelle's CV made a lot of sense. I mean, obviously you don't want to only pick someone based on their CV. But when I would get like little snippets of, I can't even remember what I was introduced to, but there was something I watched that maybe it was a intro class and, um, or maybe I just reached out. I can't even remember now. But the whole method, um, seemed like something that would work for me.
Mm.
That there was an actual curriculum if you want to be that structured. But at the same time, if you're just busy and you can only get some of the curriculum, that I would have personal coaching
Yeah.
and lots of opportunities for group coaching if I needed it. And honestly, it was kind of like, if you had enrolled in a university, you know, and so I
Yeah.
kind of thought of it that way and thought, yeah, this is maybe the next step I need to take if I want my
Yeah.
career to last. And and
There
it's
go the lights again.
yes, we're so good with energy efficiency. It's but it's a good thing. If you don't move, the lights turn off after 15 minutes or 10 minutes or something like that. I don't sorry.
Yeah, so there's an analogy there to it being kind of like a postdoc
Yeah.
course,
Yeah.
which I think is such a useful way to think about it. Um, Now that you've been through the, initial 5-month program and have continued to keep going, where do
Mhm.
you find yourself now? How does that make you feel? And what's possible now that wasn't possible before?
Well, now I have time to be involved in organized medicine. In like our various professional groups and to do
Yeah.
some legislative committee things and to kind of get bigger than the clinic. And
Mhm.
it it actually was like, oh no, I am a real doctor because I'm getting my charts done. But
Yeah.
I actually kind of owned that. And not that I'm like the best doctor in the world, but we're good, solid doctors.
Yeah.
And I have experiences to share and
Mhm.
to make things better. And because I'm not using all my energy at work now, I can do other things in medicine that it will advance the causes of my patients. And it fulfills me personally,
Yeah.
as well.
Would you say that you took finally received credit for the full measure of your accomplishment?
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean, another fun way to say that is you finally owned your badassery.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Yes.
yes,
I
for those
guess
who do
that's
not
it.
want to be a tall poppy and don't want to appear
Mhm.
boastful because that goes against a certain kind of value, but have still not yet taken just an honest
Mhm.
appraisal of their true worth and expertise, which is vast.
Hmm. Yeah, and it's more of it's not like it's a bragging kind of thing. It's more of like a confidence, and it is less anxiety provoking because you're not always thinking, "Oh, I wonder. Oh, my goodness." And instead it's no, more of a confidence you step into and then you realize that there's something to stand on that you've already gone to school, you've gone through residency, you've been treating patients the entire time. You just needed a few tweaks.
Yeah, yes. Amazing. What would you tell another physician or clinician who's watching this right now and unsure about taking the next step?
Mhm. I think it would be a great idea if you did, um, because this program gives you the long-term coaching, and it also is over several months, and that with the option to extend. Um, Change doesn't happen overnight. You can have one coaching session. It can be miraculous. You learn a lot, but you really have to I guess, have time over months to do the work needed to make the change. And it's small and incremental. Um, but it's actually a lot of steps forward and not so many steps backwards, which is unusual. It's just scary stuff, scary steps out onto where you think that it's going to be the drop off of the cliff and the world's going to end, and it doesn't. And just trying new things. And I I'm not sure I could put a price on that, honestly.
Well, thank you for sharing your reflections about your coaching experience, Cindy. It's been an honor and a privilege to walk alongside you.
Thank you so much, Chrissy. I can't say enough about you too as a coach. I mean, I really appreciate you and helping me through this whole time. I
Mm,
look forward to continuing to work with you.
me too. Me too. Thank you.